Hey there everybody, it's me again. Just a quick update. Got my layout completed. Right now it's sitting on makeshift legs. The legs will do for now. Still have to do some scenery on it, and I eventually want to build another table over here, but that'll be in the future. Not something I'm going to work on right now. As far as the roster, I've gotten a couple new pieces. This is what was a GP18, an AHM high nose. I'm redoing this one. It's going to be the Fantasy Railroad that I'm custom doing, the Maine Southern Railroad. This one is going to be GP24. They never made GP24s, but what I did was I dropped the nose down and I put an SD26 cab on it. So I'm going to give it the designation of a GP24 and SD24, one or the other. This is my GP50. It's a actually this is my SD40. It was a Montana Rail Link when I got it. I repainted it to the what was going to be an SD39, but I've since changed it. The cab was the Maine Central 693, but that cab has gone to my Norfolk Southern unit because this one has a brake right here. I just didn't feel like having that on my Norfolk unit. So this will end up being repainted. I just got an airbrush and a compressor. So this will be repainted into the Pan Am scheme. It'll be the 600 Maine Central, one of only, I believe, 2 SD40s that Maine Central, Boston, Maine, or Springfield Terminal has, or had in the past. I don't know if they still have it. Next is my GP50. This one is a very nice engine. It's an older blue box model. Very nice. This one's going to end up being the non-prototypical 7007. The real 7007 in the Norfolk scheme was a high nose. I'm not going to go ahead and convert it. I'm not big on being super prototypical. This one will do as a low nose. As you've seen in my other videos, here's my 2 Boston and Maine Guilford units, the 317 and the 300. Really like these ones. Most of my trainings are Atherns. Actually, I believe all of them except for that first one, my HM, are Atherns. And I have one Bachmann that's getting painted into the Pan Am scheme. Waiting on that one to come back. But these 2 engines run really nice. Building a slug for these 2. Working on that, but it's a slow process. Next is one of the 2 new ones I just got in the mail a few days ago. This is a U23B. It's painted in the chassis system. It will be painted into the Pan Am scheme eventually. Not a bad little engine. It's missing one small handrail, one of these front handrails, which won't be hard to just replicate out of brass wire. It's just one bend, and then I've got a bunch of spare handrails that go to my SD40, so I'll end up using those. Next is my Lifelike that I painted by hand with acrylic paints. This is the Boston and Maine 252. Not a bad little engine. I think I did okay for hand painting it. She does not have the running gears anymore. I pulled the gears out of the one truck that had the ability to move. So this is essentially a dummy. It does have a working headlight. With the GP38, this one is prototypical except for the front headlight here. The real 252 did not have it, and the white handrail. I went a little too far. I got to cut. Well, not cut, repaint from this point back black. but for an acrylic job, I think it came out pretty damn good. Next is the other brand spanking new engine I got. This is a GP35. It's painted in the Baltimore and Ohio paint scheme. This is right now, the 3509 GP35. It will be repainted, probably a fantasy unit, or I might end up painting this one into my fantasy railroad scheme. I'd like to paint it into the Boston and Maine scheme though. But I have to take a look and see which railroad around here actually owned these. Not too many railroads around here had the GP35s. They went straight from GP7s to owning the GP40s. And this is the one that I've been working on for quite some time. This is my slug. This again was an AHM GP18. Cut it, took about 6 scale feet off of it. Installed some KD couplers on it. This one's waiting for a little bit more sanding, and then I'm going to start painting this one. This will be a Boston and Maine 101. They never had 2 slugs. They had 1 slug, which was the Boston and Maine 100. Was a former GP9 that they got off the Union Pacific. But I didn't really feel like it. The real one, the windows, it was a little bit lower. The body was shorter by about like 3 scale feet. So this one won't be the exact 101 Maine. It'll be the 101 Boston and Maine. Probably in a Guilford scheme, so that way I can pair it up with the 317 and the 300. But for my first job, Squadron Putty, and just playing around and see what I can do with it, I think this one came out pretty damn good. I got a little bit more sanding, like I said, but it should come out hot. And other than that, I don't have any other trains that are really worth mentioning. I got a couple of Lifelike and older Bachmann junk F units that I'll probably practice airbrushing on, and make those into like a Guilford business train or Pan Am business train. The other thing I want to do is buy a couple passenger cars and make those into the actual prototypical Springfield Terminal 101 and 100, which are the passenger trains for Pan Am. So hopefully I get some Floquil or some scale code in soon, and I can start painting and show you guys my work. Once again, thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions or anything that you'd like me to try, I want to try and do some how-to videos, just hit me up, leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you.